Welcome to Strive Edge IAS. Dear student, always student ask me one important question. Sir, what you have done in your prelims examination so that you have clear 5 prelims repeatedly, and that includes 3 forest service, and each time you score 20 marks more than the cutoff. So dear student, I am going to discuss with you the strategy that I am following throughout all my examination journey. So please stay tuned with me and watch the video till the end, and you'll get a lot of insights. So this entire examination duration, during my preparation, I will divide into 4 parts. So first one is during the examination of GS paper 1, and second part is between the gaps after completion of the GS1 paper and the CSAT, how you are effectively utilize this gap so that you will not exhaust your energy. And third part is during CSAT paper, and fourth part of this discussion is some few point you need to remember throughout entire the examination process. Okay, so we'll see one by one. So first part is during the examination of paper 1, that is GS1. ठीक है, सो फर्स्ट थिंग शुड बी फास्ट. सो मैं जैसे एग्ज़ाम की हॉल में एंट्री करता था, मेरा सीट पे जाके बैठ जाता था, फर्स्ट थिंग आई हैव डन ऑलवेज इज़ दैट डीप ब्रीदिंग. ठीक है, सो डीप ब्रीदिंग मैंने हमेशा करता था. टेक डीप एंड कंट्रोल ब्रीदिंग टू काम योर नर्व व्हेन योर फर्स्ट सिट डाउन, सो दैट जब भी आप एग्ज़ाम हॉल में जाके ज़्यादा टेंशन हो जाती हो तो आपका जो रशनल पावर वो ख़त्म हो जाता है. सो हमेशा कोशिश करिए, जब आपको टेंशन होती है, जब आपको बहुत एंग्जाइटी होती है, सो डीप ब्रीथिंग करना शुरू कर लीजिए. चाहे वो 15 मिनट 10 मिनट हो जाए, तो उससे क्या होगा, आपका माइंड बस ब्रीदिंग पे आ जाएगा. तो इससे क्या होगा, आप काम हो जाओगे, एकदम शांत हो जाओगे, तो आपका माइंड एकदम काम करने लगेगा. सो कोशिश पहले ये करना है. सेकेंड व्हाट यू कैन डू, mental rest. Consider a brief 10 minutes of rest when you are head down to rest your mental state. So मैं वहीं पर ही टेबल के ऊपर 10 मिनट्स का नाप कर लेता था. तो उससे क्या होता था, एक माइंड में एक कामनेस आ जाता था. तो जैसे क्वेश्चन आएगी तो आपका स्पीड बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ जाता है. सो यू कैन हैव 5 to 10 minutes नाप before prelims question paper. So next thing I have followed is set your watch 7 to 8 minute ahead for better time management. कभी कभार क्या होता है ना, लास्ट टाइम पे आप जब एनसाइकिल करते हो, आपका जो OMR सीट को फिल करते हो, तो आपके पास टाइम नहीं बचता है. इन दैट केस इफ़ यू जस्ट forwarded your clock 7 to 8 minutes, so you'll get extra times. ठीक है, so थर्ड थिंग दैट आई हैव फॉलोड. सो नेक्स्ट फर्स्ट जब आपको क्वेश्चंस मिल जाएगा, व्हाट यू विल डू, यू हैव टू फिल ऑल दिस फॉर्म very carefully, because any one mistake entire throughout the examination, you keep thinking about this mistake that will cost you a lot. So it is better to fill the form very carefully, like writing your roll number or the detail with extreme careful. So next is scan the question paper, see the question paper, whether there is any error, any mistake in the question paper. Second, through that you can have a gauge of whether the question level is easy, difficult. Even if you are not able to do that, it's completely okay, but you have to do everything before they allow you to start practicing, or you can say solving the questions. So don't waste much time, 3 minutes maximum before बेल एक बेल बजता है, उसके बाद आपको लिखना शुरू होती है. यू कैन स्टार्ट seeing all these things before that, but don't waste much time here. So next, mark the question. So the moment you get a question, let's say there is a question number 28. So there are 3 options, A, B, C, D. So let's say 28, it's quite easy, just tick it and you know the answer is C. Let's say another question 30. Question number 30, it is, you are not sure whether this option is correct, A is correct or C is correct, D is correct. You don't know, but you know that B and D cannot be the answer, so there can be A and C. In that case, you can encircle it, that means you have the doubt, and tick, that means you are also sure 50-50, that means it is 50-50. And third type of question you can do, let's say there is a question 32, here 4 option A, B, C, D, you don't know, or only one option. Okay, only one option, let's say out of this 4 option only C is the answer. So in this case you just write down the 32 on the front side of your question number 32. So after completion of all your question and filling the OMR sheet, you can come back and front page just find this question and try to solve that. It will save you a lot of time, believe me, it will save a lot of time. Okay, so in this way you can move forward. So next, what strategy you will have to follow during answering the question. So first one is trust your preparation, which is very essential, because I have seen so many friends, many of my friends, those who are overconfident in their preparation, some of them are underconfident in their preparation, both are harmful. So you have to follow madhyam marg. madhyam marks of Buddhism. So middle path, you have to follow the middle path. So you have to trust your preparation, you have to trust, your knowledge, your common sense. So attempt the familiar question first to build the momentum. You need to attempt the question that are quite easy. Don't attempt any difficult question that you don't know, because it will create negative sense in your mind, and it will create some burnout feeling. If you start practicing easy question, it will give you a confidence and the momentum. So start practicing the familiar question. Be extra careful with the easy questions to avoid careless error. What sometimes we do, we generally think that yes, it's too easy question, just stick it. No, don't worry. You have to read the question line by line, and find out where there is a trick. For example, which of the above is not correct. So whenever it is written not correct, just encircle it. Read the question very carefully, so that if you know any question, there should not be any mistake. If you are committing any mistake in the question that you know already, that means a severe blunder. There is high chances that you are not going to clear this examination. Even in difficult question you can commit a mistake, there is no issue, but in case of easy question, moderate question, there is no scope of any error. So next point, use of elimination techniques. So use of elimination strategy for question where 50-50 sure. For example, let's say there is a question with 4 options, A, B, C and D, and you know that B cannot be the answer, D cannot be the answer, either C can be the answer or A can be the answer. Here after eliminating 2 options, okay, so you have to select between A and C. Here you will have to apply your logical reasoning and common sense. Okay, logical reasoning, like whatever you have read so far, whatever your common sense, you have to apply that. Don't driven by emotional state of mind. What is your emotion saying, ऐसे हो सकता है, ऐसा लग रहा है, ऐसे नहीं होना चाहिए. It should be driven by logic. Yes, अगर ये हो रहा है, ये होना चाहिए. It should be scientific. There should be solid reason. So next is first question. The first question where confused between the 3 options. For example, there is a question, let's say A, B, C, D. So let's say you know that D cannot be the answer, C can be answer, B can be answer, A can be answer. In this case you have to use systemic elimination techniques. Okay, so you have to tick one option on the basis of most appropriate you think. Okay, but it should be on the basis of logic, it should be on the basis of reasoning, it should be on the basis of solid backing, it should be on the basis of sound evidence. It should not be driven by any sort of emotion. Always, if you driven by emotion, it is always going to have error or mistakes. Okay? So next, avoid wild guess on the question you have no knowledge. Let's say there is a question A, B, C, D. You don't know about any option. So avoid this wild guess, because any error cost you 0.33. Okay? Like 33% or 0.33 or 1/3 marks. But in case of there is a correct, what is the percentage of correcting any question? It is only 25%. So negative is very high than correcting a particular question. So at the end you will end up losing more mark than gaining. So avoid the wild guess that you don't know any option. If 4 out of 4 option you don't have any idea, avoid wild guess. So next is note question number you want to revisit on the front page. Let's say there are 10 question, 5 question, 7 question. I know something, but at this moment I'm not able to recall, or I will have to think later on. So instead of searching later on one by one question, it is better put all this question number on the front page. Let's say question number 3, question number 8, 15, 36, 87. I'll just come back and question number 3 and find question number 3, question number 8, question number 8. But if you not note down, it will take a lot of time. It will even end up searching one question for 5 minutes. Okay, that you can reduce by, if you follow this method, you can find that question in 5 seconds also. Okay, so use that. So next OMR sheet management. So how, at what time will fill your OMR sheet? So start time. So begin your filling the OMR sheet 40 minutes before the end of the examination. That means out of 120 minutes examination. So you have to fill it, like 1 hour plus 20 minutes, 1 hour 20 minutes or 1 hour 30 minutes ke kareeb you have to fill your OMR sheet. Because if you keep your OMR sheet at the end of the examination, let's say you are left with only 15 minutes, 10 minutes, in that time you will be emotional unbalanced. Okay, so there is high chances of filling the wrong in the OMR sheet. So you need to avoid that. So next is double verification. Let's say 35 number question, it is B option. So you have to check twice before encircling any particular options. And there is one good pen available on the Renault, so that can be used for encircling OMR sheet, you can do it very fast. So just you can just buy that. I think 10 to 20 rupees. It is already available in multiple markets. So just buy that. Okay. So if anyone know the name of this book, please write in the comment box. So next is final review. So after let's say you have solved all these questions and fill the OMR sheet first round. So and you have marked some question on the front page. Let's say question number 38, 36. So you have to go there and check whether you are able to recall it, whether you are getting some clue, or whether you are getting some logics to eliminate, or you can use any elimination techniques to go ahead. Okay. So you can use the remaining time to review and mark the question. Once you get the question, just encircle in the OMR sheet. So next, the time between GS1 and GS2. So generally what people do, they discuss about with other people about the answer. They also search in the Google. Please avoid that. So after completion of first exam, don't check your answer. Okay. So avoid the discussion about the question of GS1. Okay. So avoid discussion paper answer with others to prevent unnecessary stress which can negatively impact your GS paper 2 examination. Second, आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा? Find a rest area. So quite shaded area to rest and recharge yourself, because after first examination there might be high chances you will become exhaust, and temperature is high, there is chances of dehydration. So take proper rest. You can find a temple near, you can find a restaurant there. If your center allow, you can sit inside your center also and take lot of water also. Stay hydrated, have light snacks and stay hydrated, like nimbu pani. Take you can say ORS water, or glucose, all sort of thing, but avoid taking some things like cold drinks. Too much of cold drinks, avoid that. Okay. So next, you can do mentally prepare. So you have to mentally prepare, because nowadays CSAT they are asking top questions. So you have to mentally prepare and think that whatever may be the question, I am going to face these challenges. You have to prepare like that only. Okay. And we'll see how you are going to deal during the CSAT examinations. सो फर्स्ट एग्जाम अप्रोच आपको क्या होना चाहिए? स्ट्रैटेजी टू सक्सेस होना चाहिए. फोकस ऑन अटेम्प्टिंग ईजियर क्वेश्चन फर्स्ट टू मैक्सिमाइज योर स्कोर. So keep attempting the easy question. Question number 1 not able to solve, then jump to question number 2. Immediately jump. Don't stop any particular question. So you have to move on question number 1 till question number 8. Okay, question number 80. So no need to stop anywhere. If you stuck somewhere, just skip that question. And if you think that question I can solve, just write that question on the front page of your question paper. So later on, after completing some question, you can come back and find correct that. So next is time management. Don't stock on time consuming question mark and move on. Okay. Then review process. Ensure you review all the question at least once to identify all solvable questions. So you have to go through from question number 1 to question number 8, so that you can find all solvable question, all easy question. Sometime क्या होती है, हम क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 से क्वेश्चन नंबर 50 तक देख पाते हैं, बट लेटर ऑन जो 50 से 80 होती है ना, बहुत आसान क्वेश्चन होती है, जो आपको बहुत आसानी से मार्क्स दे सकता था. तो इसलिए आपको क्या करना है, हमेशा कोशिश करना है कि क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 से क्वेश्चन नंबर 8 तक जाना है. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट यू हैव टू ऑलवेज रिमेंबर इज द टाइम अवेयरनेस. ठीक है. So maintain your time awareness throughout the examination. You should remember that one question 1 minute. So let's say you have completed 30 questions, so it should be in 30 minutes. Let's say you have completed 60 questions, that means it should be 60 minutes. ठीक है. Same thing for CSAT I think I'll tell you, for CSAT generally we practice like we solve around 45 question or attempt around 45 question, and out of that we try to have highly accuracy, around 36 questions right and 9 question wrong. After that we'll get 80 plus marks. ठीक है. So generally we attempt 45 questions. So in 45 question you are getting, let's say, 80 120 minutes. So around 2 to 2.5 minutes per question. Minutes per question. So for CSAT you are getting around 2 to 2.5 minutes per question. So next one important thing that we are going to discuss here is few points you need to remember during the exam process. So first one is preparation strategy. Your performance on difficult question does not define your preparation. Okay, always remember your selection in the prelims or clearance of prelims and attempting like writing mains depends on the easy question and moderate question. If you are committing any mistakes in the easy question and moderate question, this is what called not mistake, it is called blunder. But even if you are committing mistake in the difficult question, it is completely normal, because you know, in easy question, moderate question, other student, if they score, if you are not able to score, that is going to be impact very negatively. Okay, so always remember, difficult question ko if you are not able to solve, it is completely okay. But if you are making mistake on the easy question and moderate question, that is going to cost you a lot. So next thing is stay calm. So stay calm if सेक्शन सिम्स चैलेंजिंग, दिस इज ऑफन केस ऑफ एवरी वन. ठीक है, सो लेट्स से आपका कोई सेट पड़ गया, क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 से क्वेश्चन नंबर 25 तक आपने प्रैक्टिस की है. सो आपने क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 से लेके क्वेश्चन नंबर 25 तक प्रैक्टिस की है, बट आउट ऑफ दैट वी आर ओनली एबल टू सॉल्व 10 क्वेश्चन. डोंट वरी, because you know, again 75 question left. We don't know, there might be a section where you can solve, let's say 20 out of the 25 question. There might be a section where it's easy. So don't judge yourself before exam judge you. So that is the reason you have to always stay calm. The moment you stay calm, your common sense, your rational power will work more efficiently. And UPSC, believe me, around, you can say around 8 to 10 question you can solve by using your common sense. They are no, like, they don't have any relation to with, you know, subject knowledge. You can simply, by using your common sense, you can eliminate. So next is focus on the score. So trust your preparation, focus on maximizing your score with what you know. So हम क्या करते हैं, जब कोई difficult question आ जाता है, हम डर जाते हैं कि इसका नहीं आ रहा है, उसका नहीं आ रहा है. But already the question that we know, the easy level, the moderate level, we need to accurately solve that, and there should not be any error. There might be question which of above is not correct. They might use some tricky. So you need to identify that trick and you know, just encircle that. So next is emotional resilience. Throughout the entire process, there might be, you know, hectic, high temperature, heat wave, there might be, you know, everything, you might not get proper sleep. You have to maintain your emotional resilience. That is a sign of civil servant. So whatever may be the challenge, just pledge with me that you will have a emotional balance. कुछ भी हो जाए हम छोड़ेंगे नहीं, बस यही चीज़ें हमें होना चाहिए हमारे अंदर ना. The exam test not just knowledge but also the emotional resilience and strategic thinking. ठीक है, wishing you all the best, my dear student. So dear student, those who are preparing for 2026, you can join our free mentorship program. To join that, you can scan this QR code, join our Telegram group. So there are a lot of free courses already available in our application. You can scan this QR code to join our free courses of the application.